Hi everyone, thank you so much for stopping by my video. And my name is Jehovah. I'm a former Jehovah's Witness. So basically this is my second video, and I did tell my story, basically giving my background about how I came to know the Jehovah's Witness religion. So for those who saw my video and who commented, thank you so much for the support, and I really appreciate all those subscriptions. Thank you so much. And I honestly can say I could feel and I could understand the meaning behind every comment, because people talked about freedom, people talked about it gets better and better. And if you hear that from someone who has experienced what you're currently experiencing, it contains a whole lot of meaning. I'm just gonna the video is gonna be very brief and basically talk about my disassociation from the organization and my life, how my life has been after the disassociating from the organization, and basically particularly on the matter of the Shunning. There's been so much happening since I left the organization, but today I just want to talk only about the Shunning part, which is a broad topic on its own, which basically will need a couple of videos, but I will just browse through it because something is really happening currently in my life, and I'm just deeply touched, and I am feeling the effects of being shunned. So I really want to talk about this experience right now. But before I go any further, I just want to recap a little bit on my previous video, and let's watch this clip. And I remember saying, I am sorry. I cannot continue to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses anymore. And I said to Jehovah, I know I dedicated my life to you, and I will not renounce my dedication to you, Father, but I am leaving the organization. And after that prayer, that was it. And after that prayer, like I said, I knew what I wanted, and I spoke a lot about. I gave more details in my first video, which I will link in the description below. And yes, I did send a text message to the elders, and we went back and forth a little bit with a few texts, because they wanted to meet up with me, basically in my understanding, they wanted to meet up with me maybe to hear my reasons for leaving the organization. But also I felt they wanted to talk to me to judge me, because I would illustrate this with if you were asked to appear in court, but you already know that no matter what you're gonna say in that court, nobody's gonna hear what you have to say. That's how it happens in the organization. The elders would just listen to what you're saying if they want to pay attention, but honestly they're not hearing it, so they just staring you, and while you're talking they're thinking of what they're gonna say next. So I felt like it would be a waste of time meeting up with the elders, so I decided not to go. And already, if you don't believe that the governing body if you don't believe in the governing body anymore, basically you're already labeled an apostate, you're judged already. So why appear in court when your sentence is already done? Everything is, your judgment, your sentence is done already, so why waste time? That's how I felt. However, I've watched a lot of videos or hear on YouTube of people who have had judicial committees and or judicial meetings, and they were able to voice out. And I found those videos very fascinating. So it all really depends on individuals, and what I would say is, do what's best for you. So for me, not meeting up with the elders it worked for me. It was like the best option for me, and I felt really comfortable with it. And yeah, it was like really straightforward. It's like I quit, just simple text message. I don't want to associate. I don't want to be recognized anymore as a witness. So that was it. And I think the elders were a little bit pissed off that they could not see me or talk to me whatsoever. Because even on the day that they announced it at the Kingdom Hall, they did not tell me. Because in my understanding, they would sometimes not, they would tell you that today we're gonna make the announcement that you're no longer a Jehovah's Witness, something like that. But in my case, they gave up on me, and they did not even tell me. So the thing that made me realize that they had made an announcement at the Kingdom Hall was when people were blocking me on WhatsApp and on Facebook, and then I knew that for sure the shunning had begun. So what I did is I told my friend, somebody that I thought was my really best friend here in Canada. I told her of my decision, and I also informed my family members who are in the truth, Jehovah's Witness family members. And it was like really devastating, because they told me lots of things, that I'm dead, I'm no longer alive in their lives. And they literally, some of them told me that I shouldn't talk to them anymore. I should just block their numbers and stuff like that. So yeah, but not all of them though, because some decided to just back up, and they're watching. I think they have a hope that I might come back to the truth, Jehovah's organization. So I don't know. It's really, different individuals, I would say, are treating this differently. So my friend here in Canada actually is the one who actually who evoked my emotions. We were really close. And I remember the day I told her that I wasn't a Jehovah's Witness anymore, she was really disappointed. And because I was gonna be the maid of honor at her wedding, so when I told her that I didn't believe what she believed anymore, she was like, it's over between us then. And I got to realize that we were friends because we believed the same thing. We both, both trusted the governing body as our faithful and discreet slave. So the moment I just decided that I didn't believe this to be the truth anymore, she decided that, okay, then we're not gonna be friends anymore. And to be honest, it hurts. It hurts because she's like one of the people that I thought we were close. So because she's been told to shun me, she has to do it. Even though I did not do anything bad to her, I did not, in fact, commit any sin towards any man or even God. If you're a Jehovah's Witness listening to this video, really question yourself. If this is the truth, Why should those who don't believe in it be punished? If you've got a truth, why do you punish me for not believing in your version of the truth? And if this is Jehovah's organization, why isn't Jehovah supposed to handle those who are leaving him? If this organization wasn't a man's organization, I think matters were supposed to be handled by Jehovah. But you can clearly see that those who are leaving the organization are not leaving Jehovah. This is not sin against Jehovah. It is sin against the governing body. The gentleman in New York, you are making them angry. That's why they have to punish you. That's why they have to take everybody that you've known away from your life. For as long as they are Jehovah's Witnesses, they have to shun you when you don't agree with them. So the sin that I've committed is not agreeing that the governing body is the channel that God uses to dispense spiritual food for Christians around the world. And I'm not going to believe that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the punishment that I have to suffer. I'd rather be punished by men in New York. I'd rather go through that punishment instead of believing that they are the truth. There's no truth in this organization. The truth that fears challenge. How do you tell me that this is the truth when this truth is so scared, it's so intimidated by scrutiny? You cannot question the governing body. What kind of truth is that? You have to believe in the governing body, or else you lose everybody that you've known. Being raised in this organization, you were raised basically in a very closed community. And when you decide that you are leaving and you don't believe this to be the truth anymore, then the governing body takes everybody away from you. And it's odd. It's a very odd practice, and it's against humanity, and it's ungodly. Christ Jesus would not shun anybody. This shunning is just a policy that is there to ensure that you don't leave the organization, or else you lose everybody that you've known. So it is really devastating, and we are really suffering this punishment, especially when it comes to people we care about. We did not, personally, I did not have any problems with brothers and sisters. Well, I did have awful experiences where my Bible conductor harassed me, sexually harassed me. And on the video that I've attached in the description below, if you haven't seen it, you can see that. But then I overall had a great relationship. I had great relationships with brothers and sisters, including the friend of mine, my best friend here in Canada, who is shunning me right now. And she's having her wedding this Saturday. And because I don't believe what she believes anymore, I'm not going to be able to be part of that wedding. So it's really sad what the governing body is basically doing to the public. It's a very unhealthy practice in the communities, in the society. It does not have any spiritual or biblical backing. It's just a punishment. It's just a penalty that those who leave the organization have to suffer. That's it. So I wanted my video to be very short, and I got a question from a couple of people about, so since I was married in the truth and I served the organization with my husband, so a lot of people are curious about my husband, whether we're both out or what's happening. I don't think people are trying to be intrusive or whatsoever, but I think it's a very legitimate question. So in my next video, I will be discussing what really happened with us and basically what is currently happening now. I'm happy to answer that question, and I will be talking about that in my next video. And once again, thank you so much for listening, and please don't forget to drop some comments down there, and thank you for those who have subscribed. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.